And also for the metabolic boost as well. Hey, we got it now.
Whoever says that War Champ 7 is not a wizard, I swear to God, you are wrong. Because he is definitely a wizard.
He should change his name to War Wizard 7 instead of War Champ.
Wizard Champ 7?
Maybe.
I think you're right. War Wizard 7 is a bit better.
Yeah.
All right, so again, what have we seen? We're seeing spawning pools. We're seeing gas. We're actually seeing an expand here from Hendrilisk, but it looks like it's going to be one base aggression perhaps here from Sammyuel, although he does have quite a bit in the bank. Looks like he's actually, I want to say he's going to go for it. Yeah, there you go. The drone now is finally going to leave base.
Yeah, and right now just going to be collecting up the minerals, collecting up the gas. Sammyuel will be looking to throw down a hatchery. Hendrilisk already done so.
Yeah.
His is almost done as well because he did go hatchery first.
Yeah, so it's going to be the trade-off, right? We're going to get a queen up faster here from Sammyuel with perhaps some aggression with Zerglings. Don't quite see any of that yet, but he does get the speed up. And again, Zerglings and Banglings going to be very integral here in a ZVZ, especially here in Toronto. Both parties really do favor them out. But Hendrilisk will have additional larvae just due to the fact that he's a second base up much quicker. So who kind of wins out? Is it going to be the queen infusions, or is it going to be that second hatch?
The person who does get the hatch first, they do have more larvae at their disposal, and the problem is, though, is that they will have metabolic boost a bit delayed, but they will have the defender's advantage because normally that means that they won't be going aggressive first. Now, we do have to see if Sammyuel will be opting to go for the aggressive approach. He does have metabolic boost on the way already. It's very close to finishing as well.
But we have no Zerglings even being thought of at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. At the moment, as you can see, just droning up here, getting out their queens, getting up some overlords, and metabolic boost going to be finishing up in about 12 seconds here, and bailing this already on the way, so it does look like Sammyuel, he was waiting to use his gas.
You don't need gas for Zerglings?
For the bailings.
Right, yeah. So there comes the Zerg. They got the metabolic out. He's actually going to just get a little bit of ways away. Ooh, that queen actually could be really big fodder. But we do have a lot of early warning systems coming out because of those overlords. And
there comes the Zerglings.
Yeah, that's
we'll be able to get that queen.
That's actually going to be a pretty good pick out there for Sammyuel. Baited it out extremely well. But we do got a spine.
Yeah, it does get one drone. That spine crawler is going to be able to, slow down the rate of killing workers here. Sammyuel, he's going to be coming back across. Hendrilisk has Zerglings of his own. His Zerglings are a lot more healthy compared to Sammyuel's.
Well, again, remember when I said, it's going to be Zerglings chasing Banelings, chasing Banelings, chasing Zerglings? Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. We got our own spine coming down here from Sammyuel, but we do got the Banes up. Does connect extremely well. Sammyuel will hold for now, and we're going to see a lot of this back and forth action.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, looks like, roach horn going to be on the way here for Sammyuel. That's not too bad of an idea. There is one spine crawler already up for Hendrilisk. Sammyuel going to be doing the same. Baneling's just coming out for both players right now, and they're just trying to see who can get the better grasp of the map at the moment.
And at this point, Hendrilisk is going to opt for that third. Again, he feels very comfortable on the triple setup, but on a ZVZ, you really can't afford to do something silly like 5 hatch or even 3 hatch early, because those Zerglings and then the Banes, they can really wreak havoc if you don't have the proper defenses. So he did delay it out, but I think it's a good choice, and we're going to have to see what this next push is going to be able to accomplish.
Yep. Right now, Sammyuel, he's going to be heading in. There are a couple Banelings. Will they connect? One will. Gets rid of quite a few of the Zerglings there.
Yeah, I think that was actually a really good hit right there.
Yeah, it was. Took out at least half, if not more than half, of Sammyuel's Zergling force there. And Sammy, he's going to be opting to get his third. Henry, however, his third is much farther ahead.
Yeah, he's just one step ahead against Sammyuel at this point. But in terms of the numbers going back and forth, they're both basically on the same army, the same supply, more or less. And at this point, even the income is extremely identical. So these Toronto Zergs, they have been playing each other for 5 months. So they do have a sense of what everybody is going to be doing at more or less any point in this game. And we're going to have to just wait out to see what the Roaches can offer.
Yeah. And, for ZVZ, Sammyuel's playing a lot more standard compared to what we normally see in a ZVT and ZVP. And even in ZVZ, in previous TorCrafts, we have seen that he normally plays a lot different compared to the normal way to tech up here. And I feel like Hendrilisk put Sammyuel's playstyle, kind of hit it on the dot with what he posted in the TL thread for the TorCraft Grand Finals. Sammyuel's a GM who plays oddly in all matchups.
Oddly, in all matches.
Yes.
Really?
In all matchups, he will do something that you're not quite used to. Even if it's just a little bit different, it will throw you off because it'll be so offsetting. Even if it's just a small minor change that you might not even notice in the game, but subconsciously you'll know it's there.
Subconsciously, he just plays mind games with you, and you're just like, what just happened? The glial reconstitution going to be on its way here for our roaches, and just going back and forth again. Like, I'm looking at Hendrilisk, and Hendrilisk is actually taking quite a bit of a supply lead. He's going to get himself one drone there, but it's 3 base on 3 base. The wall is going to be enough just to deter this. Here comes those roaches, but still, I mean, just in that few sentences that you just did, Hendrilisk took 15 supply lead.
Yeah. Right now, that third base really just putting in work for him. He has so much more larvae compared to Sammyuel right now. And Sammy, he's spending a lot of his on roaches, whereas Hendrilisk is throwing a lot of his into drones, and it's kind of odd. We do see Hendrilisk is going to be getting +2 missile attacks, while Sammy only getting +1 halfway done for his roaches. Glial reconstitution on the way, about the same pace for both.
Quite the stack right there.
Yeah, a lot of roaches just kind of on the ramp. It looks like Sammy is going to be getting rid of the destructible rocks here between the natural and the third. Going to be extending his creep between them, so that way it does allow for easier access to get between the bases and then also defend a lot better.
As our observers pointing out here again, just very similar army numbers, but 64 drones to the 55. That was a big wave that actually just spawned out there for Hendrilisk. So that does attribute a little bit in terms of the difference in supply, but 65 drones to the 65 army to the 86 there of Sammyuel. Sammyuel might be able to just kind of break into here, but defender's advantage is going to kick in.
Yeah, we're going to have to find out Hendrilisk how many roaches is right now. Sammy, his +1 is going to be finishing up, but Henry already has +1 done, +2 on the way as well. +1 is going to be finishing up here for Sammyuel, so it's going to be evened up right now, and a lot of roaches just getting thrown out here for both players. Really just don't want to lose their forces. They don't want to lose the lead, and I don't think I liked Sammyuel's engagement there because Hendrilisk was able to come around with his reinforcement roaches behind Sammyuel and then get a pretty good surround on that ramp.
It felt a little underwhelming for sure. I mean, Sammyuel's still a little bit lower in terms of army supplies, a little bit lower here in the worker count. I'm just looking at their minerals at this point as well, but Hydra's going to be on the way here from Sammyuel. That long-range Hydras actually could work out extremely well with the roaches. That's twice now today that we're actually seeing this comp.
Yeah. Roach Hydra, it's a very good composition. It just takes a lot of work and a lot of getting used to make it work. That is the problem most players have is, as I was speaking with you earlier today, some players in StarCraft, they have the mentality where if it's a change, they don't like it. And even afterwards, they still won't like it, but they'll still play.
Well, we'll see what Hendrilisk's counterattack can actually yield, but it's just massive amount of roaches against a massive amount of roaches. I don't actually think we even have any Hydras out, but as I say that, they're just starting to pop out now. Yeah. So, with these concaves, the Hydras should be able to add just a little bit more DPS. We also got the Spine Crawler in there as...
Yeah.
Wow, Hendrilisk just going right into it.
Hendrilisk does have +2 finished up already. He just got it done. Groove Spine's going to be finishing up for Sammyuel right now, and that's going to be able to help him a lot, but even so, those Hydralisks just adding a lot of DPS in the back there are going to be able to push Hendrilisk away right now. Sammyuel with a 2 supply lead now going up, and these players are very close to maxing out. These compositions that they have are very volatile if they keep on mainly roaches. 30 Zerglings are going to be coming out for Hendrilisk, and they will be able to help deal with the roaches and as they can distract them, whereas Hendrilisk's own roaches can go and then kill off whatever is left of Sammyuel.
Yeah, if you A-click and those Zerglings are in the mix, they're probably going to be the first targets, which just leaves you a little bit more of your beefier range in the back just to survive. 22 Banes coming into the bat as well, so we're just looking for the Suicide Troopers at this point. Hendrilisk is maxed out. He does have a 4th up, but he doesn't really have a drone base to throw at it quite yet. This is going to be a very scary engage because we have Hendrilisk with a huge opportunity here to just take out Sammyuel's forces with that massive green landmines.
Yeah, right now the Roaches and Hendrilisk, they're going to be coming back home. They do see Hendrilisk wants to push out. I feel like if Hendrilisk goes left a bit, tries looking for a 4th, that might be a not so bad of an idea, but he's going to be going straight in anyways. Right now, Sammyuel's going to be able to get a very good concave on this army, but it looks like the Rams actually not really doing too well for him. Bailing's coming in, getting nice connections here on the entire bottom force. Hendril is pushing through. He does have +2. Samuel's own +2 just finished up, but he doesn't have too many roaches left to use it anymore, Jester.
No, not at all. Those banelings did work. The ramp actually did not benefit Sammyuel whatsoever, and that's just half of his army gone. You can see Hendril now pushing in. He's going to go for the kill. If he can get a lot of these drones and just go for the Nexus snipe, I mean, yeah, the supply difference is just amazing at this point.
And
that's
GG from Sammyuel. Hendril takes game number 1.
You trade out in one engagement, you get 22 banelings, and then you just roll to victory. Literally roll to victory with those banes.
Yeah, those Banelings, like Sammyuel in that last engagement, he quite wasn't able to get the concave that he wanted. He could have been able to get a very, very solid concave, a nice round on Hendrillus, but it just didn't work. What happened is that he kind of put everything together all at once, and it looks like Dayless Point going to be our next map. Definitely a much better map for
a ZVZ.
For ZVZs, and if you do go Roach Hydra as well, because that way it's a lot easier to get concaves, since unlike Yansu, it's much more broad in all the pathways.
Well, that was Roach Hydra, and not like very light on the Hydra. It's almost like like the garnish on the salad. That's how light the Hydra was up against that heavy Banelings, and the Banelings just made a beautiful connect there from Hendrilisk. And I mean, what do you do up against 22 Banelings on a very compact army, especially with those ramps? Like, again,
just getting all of his units stuck on that ramp was so unfortunate for Sammyuel there, because again, as we saw, those Banelings, they just rolled in, everything just exploded.
That's what they did. They go poop.
But yeah, those Banelings just got rid of half of the army within the span of 2 seconds, because unfortunate spacing there for Sammyuel.
We actually saw the performance graphs at the end of that, and basically up until the last 30 seconds of that map, it was neck and neck. Like, you know, Sammy would peak a little bit, then Hendrillus, then Sam, and then it was just from there. It was those Banelings just made a heck of an impact. So, game number 1 going to Complexity Sound Blasters, Hendrillus. We're going to have to see what the game number 2 is going to yield, because either way, we're having a Zerg go into the finals.
Yeah.
As is pretty normal for our TorCraft Cups. But will it be Hendrilisk, or will it be Sammyuel coming back? Because Sammyuel,
the question.
I believe these guys, Sammyuel is like widely regarded as the bronze, right?
Yeah, for the first 3 TorCraft Cups, he did get 3rd. And then not even last month, this month's monthly cup back May 3rd.
At the very beginning of the...
Yeah.
It felt like last month, didn't
it? It did. But, so Sammyuel, he was able to get 2nd place, and I'm not sure if that was because Hendrillus didn't show up, or if it was because
Hendrillus wasn't there.
Yeah, Hendrillus wasn't there, but also he didn't have to play Moss in the semifinals, which definitely helped.
We definitely made a comment about that during the May Cup. It's just like, wow, he doesn't have to face Massa until theoretically the finals, and that's exactly what he did. Yeah,
because in all of the other TorCraft Cups, Sammyuel had to play Massa right in the semifinals. Always got sent to the bronze match. One time he didn't, he was okay. And you know, right now, it's very possible that he might make it into the finals yet again.